Well, hey there, folks. Welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. I'm Tori Favreau, and I hope that you're doing really well. It's a little bit late here in Australia. It's 10:40 at night, but hopefully the time isn't too weird where you are. Blanca, hello. Thank you for joining us on Facebook there. And to our YouTube visitors, if you do want to be seen and have a little bit of a shout out, you'll need to type or use a super chat. But either way around, say hello and I'll say it right back. So we're going to build 3 of these sets because I've already built the propeller plane and I just thought that they look super cute. So let's get just straight into it here, just putting on the build camera. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. It's good to see the turnout straight away. And I am thinking that we will start with the one that I'm the least interested in. Hey, good content, huh? Alrighty, so let's start with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck's farm. They are still cute little minifigures, but at the end of the day, they don't really resonate with me, but I'm sure that they'll be good fun regardless. So there's your box. Looking a bit like that. And just some cute features on the actual box itself. Now, obviously, these sets are made for little people, so there's going to be a lot of prefab stuff done there. And if there are any little people watching me build, always make sure to cut away from yourself with that knife, okay? Let's get the Lego out, aim the camera down so as we can do some building. Alrighty. Not a lot of bricks. Okay. Still, I do think that these sets are going to be fun, and I'm a little bit perplexed as to why there are, oh my gracious me, they're really trying to milk this. This is ridiculous. Let me show you. Let me show you my disappointment. Okay, so they've got 3 booklets in there. I mean, seriously, I know it's for 4 and up, but 4 and up will be building with a parent most likely. So in that one, you get to build a car. In that one, you get to build a thing and at least you get Mickey. And that one, it's a horse. All right, let's get into it. Can't believe there are shabby little booklets for those. There should have just been 1 booklet. Hopefully my disgrace has really shown up for all of you because that's, oh, and a special bag that doesn't have a number on it, filled with all the bits. At least they're printed. I guess that's where we are paying a fair bit of the money. And I'm sure that the licensing with Lego must be quite hellish. Gee, I better make sure I keep all these bags away from each other. It might become confusing. I mean, seriously, Lego, I've had a stroke and even I can figure this out. Disgustment.
They teach you how to build the truck at the back.
Huh?
They teach you how to build the truck on the box.
Oh, really?
That's it. I kind of like, yeah, here. You get to see what you get.
Yeah, you can see what you get. It's a bag full of disappointment. Okay, so first things first. What the heck keeps moving? Something's moving.
It's the light.
Yeah, it's gone now. Alrighty, so Donald Duck. With his jaunty little cap. I sort of feel bad that the hat actually has a needle in it that penetrates Donald's skull. But there you go. Oh, he's got a painted on tail. Guys, thank you for watching, and I saw that thumbs up creep up there, so thank you so very much. As we discussed with this Disney set that we're putting together today. In case you've just joined us, we're making a very, very difficult to make vehicle, and I really hope that I get it wrong just for all of you. All of you friends at home, let's get this wrong. All right. Oh, I don't think out of all my minifigures, I don't think I've got a sheep. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. First things first, Disney and Lego want me to build a carrot. Done. There you go, Donald. Oh, he's got to work the field. There you go. Get into it. Good boy. And there we go. Little lammy. Oof. These instructions are cute, though. I mean, they show like Donald making his way across the page as you turn each page, as I pointed out with the propeller build. So I'm just reusing old material from a previous show. Okay. Fence. With weeds on each side. Oh, no. We've got to put like yellow cones on them. So maybe they are special plants after all. Maybe it's corn that hasn't developed. But not like the band, because Jonathan Davis wouldn't be about this. Oh, he might be. Okay. Car. That's already done for you. So, 4-year-olds look out. Lego's doing the work for you. No. Now, something I do have to warn you about. If you don't talk to me, I'm going to talk to me. That's a dangerous place. Type away in the window there. I can see it, all kidding aside. Don't make me feel like I'm building these difficult sets all alone. Yeah. I'm a good one for whinging. Maybe they just divvied the books up thinking that a actual 4-year-old would be trying to figure these out. But at the end of the day, I don't think they needed to. That was a waste of time. Hope you all had a good day today. I think I did. Yep. Oh, look, I'll just say I did, all right? I had dinner with friends. That was good. Oh, my gracious. This is just so ridiculous. Probably not the most kid-friendly of jokes, but I thought when I was putting this together of that scene, which I won't talk about, but in a Tom Green movie that's an adult movie, where he says, "Look at me, Daddy, I'm a farmer." All right. I must admit, like for someone who's tactile like myself, the Lego tires, they feel all nice and spongy. All right. It's like a weird hot rod car. If we lift this up high enough, it'll look as though he's going to javelin that pitchfork into someone. Imagine that, like a Disney horror movie, but where Donald just drives around in his jaunty little hoopty, and he's going to throw stuff at people. All right, well, that, I think, just summed up that really difficult build. Thank you. Now let's get on to the next booklet, because it's going to be a cracker. But I do want to show you this picture. Rebuild the world, and it's a hot dog tree. You can't go wrong with a hot dog tree. All right, guys. Second book. I thought I was going to do these separately, but considering the length of the build, it's probably just as well I'm doing them like this, and then I can just chop it up later. Okay. So, first things first, open up that bag. And to be honest with you, look, all serious, all mucking around aside, they are cute little sets. And, you know, considering the age group that they're meant for, they're going to be relevant. And also, like, the little minifigures, for nostalgia's sake, are really cool. Like, I do like them. That was why I had bought the sets. There is one of these builds that I am excited for, and I do hope it's fun. It's probably going to be very simplistic, but there is one of these sets that I was really excited for, and it was Minnie and Mickey on the moon. I think that's going to be really neat. It is sort of funny how quickly you could make this into a horror story. You know, Donald's running around with the pitchfork. Mickey's very cautiously making his way through the fields. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, so he's made, oh, falls over. I think for kids, these are going to be a lot of fun. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm going to be reviewing as I'm building them. So you'll sort of hear the end review. I mean, it does save you from having to watch a build video. But generally, there's not enough, you know, people for that to really matter. So it's all just good fun, but you get to see a little bit behind the scenes then too. All right. Sort of a weird one with these. Like, none of these sets, with the exception of the space one, I don't know if I'll keep them or just part them out at the end. But the figs are very, very cool. It's so weird because of the way the instructions are filled out, folks. It's like that page tells you what you need in your hands, and then that one there tells you where to pop it. So it is a bit clever. just to give you a look. Don't forget, guys, you can chat to me if you want to on either Facebook or YouTube. There is chat equivalent. And trust me, I am watching. I think that'll be an interesting challenge for younger builders, just the single stud for it to sit on there. It does go on rather easy, but still, it is interesting. And I was actually hoping that the final set that I wanted to get out of this series, because I was able to pick up 4 of them immediately, but the 5th set I had to get ordered in from another store that wasn't local to mine. See what I mean, guys? That single stud, lazy Lego. Yeah, I was hoping for it to come in, but now we've been thrown into, well, my state of Victoria and Australia has been thrown into another coronavirus-related lockdown. Though it is a click and collect, so I may still be able to go and get it. But these things are just being thrown on top constantly now. I think it's going to make it, I'm off work at the moment, but it makes it very hard for people not knowing whether they're coming or going, or social lives may be impacted. It's a very different world that we live in, folks, that's for sure. Oh, watch out. I might make a mistake here. I've got to put one brick on top of another. And, you know, all kidding aside, I have made mistakes with that before. So I shouldn't laugh too much about it. It might be a Lego challenge that I fail. Okay, so a little rope piece here. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool that they've done that. I'm a fan. Because so often, even like, I hate when you've got these spindles and you've got to feed the rope through it and then tie it off. I'm very clumsy with stuff like that. So that is a welcome addition. And yeah, that simplifies things a lot, especially for younger people. That's really cool. Guys, I can see a few of you watching through Facebook. Unfortunately, I can't even give you a shout out or appreciation unless you click and open up the video properly. Facebook doesn't tell me who it is. So don't think I'm ignoring. I know there's people there, but you've got to go into the actual video itself to allow me to interact with you a little bit more. And it's fine if you don't want to, but I think I'm ignoring. Certainly a cute little set here. I mean, this building is solid enough. I think this is quite good. And of course, we need the House of Mouse branding. Do you want to know a creepy story? I'm happy to tell you one. So it's about Walt Disney. When he passed away, he lived in a room, I think it was near the entrance or something of Disneyland. And they used to turn on the light during the day, sort of like a respect thing. No, during the night. And they would come in occasionally and find that the light had been turned back on. And this happened quite often. The light was on, like left on, sorry, turned on after they had turned it off. And eventually they got some paranormal people in, as they do. And apparently they did an EVP session where Walt's voice, clear as day, came up and said, "I'm still here." So they leave the light on in that room all the time now. There you go, ghost story. Never thought you'd get that listening to me or watching me building Disney Lego, but it is Disney. So they look really neat. I like them. All right. It's a good kid set. Don't want to do that. Already done it. Let's have a look here. Now, guys, you can answer this one for me because I don't know the answer. But is this set, like, is this a Disney horse or is it just a horse? I got no idea. But if you do know the name of the horse, that would be appreciated. I've got a whole heap of other horses, different colours, from all sorts of sets from over the years. I love the horses. It's funny because I've got no interest in them in real life. Nicolo, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Hope that you're well. I've got no interest in real life, but the Lego horses are really cool. All right, so let's just build up this little area here. Oh, look at this. I feel like an engineer when I make sets as complex as this. Bearing in mind it's aimed at ages 4 and up. But I'm only 44 years older than that, so give me a break. Okay. So there's an egg. Got the chook up the top. And a bunny. Now, the bunny would, like, as cute as it is, that would be a problem on the farm, and that's maybe why Donald's got the pitchfork. I'm just saying. And on the Disney farm, looks like they're a little bit lazy out there, folks, to be honest with you, because they get one apple, but they need a wheelbarrow for it. Oh, which doesn't even, just sits there. Might as well put the bunny in there as well with it. Alrighty. So, folks, that is the first set made. And what I simply will do now, we've got 2 more sets to go. What I'll do now is just simply do the little review for it, because it's not going to be difficult, but you'll get to see a little bit of behind the scenes stuff going on. But I'll get to knock it over in one hit. That way I can bring it on home a little bit easier for you. Okay. So okay, it's been moved out of my reach. So this was the box if you've just started watching. But let's talk a quick review. Hey there, guys. Welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau, and I hope that you're super well and good on this fine day. Today, we built live, but we're doing the review for it now, the Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck's Farm, and it's set number 10775, part of the Lego Disney range aimed at builders ages 4 and up. Being a little bit older than 4, I did find this set rather simplistic, though I can tell you right now, it might represent great value for money for want their kids to have a good time and get into Mickey Mouse. You know, though, Mickey Mouse is such a icon, I don't even know now if he gets a lot of play in terms of regular TV. You don't see a lot of Mickey Mouse merchandise. It's more nostalgia based. But this set brings home the nostalgia and will give you as parents a chance to share in it with your friends. Now, the actual build itself is very low on bricks, though you are still paying a fair bit. It will be because of the licensing, coming with 3 buildable booklets, and you can see me throwing them away in disgust later on in the video, where I'll show you how these sets are built. So the first one was Donald Duck. Then we had the little farmhouse and a horse. All right. So they're in separate books. I'm assuming it's because they are for younger builders, so they don't have to focus on too much all at once. Let's get into the builds themselves, though. They were a very mixed sort of build. Very simplistic, even despite the age of the builders being involved. The minifigures are utterly gorgeous, and they are good change-ups from what you've experienced in the past. So there's Donald Duck, the minifigure, and he's in a nice sort of worker's uniform there with his tail being printed onto the back. Jaunty headpiece there attached to Donald Duck's head with a spike. Not the nicest way of putting it, but it is the way it is. Maybe one day they'll just put a stud on top of there. I don't see why not. Like, you know, it may as well just have a Lego stud on top that it can fit like a traditional hat, but still very neat. He does come with a pitchfork, and of course he's got this little tractor looking thing that was a little bit odd to make, to say the least. I had to put him into pitchfork javelin throwing position to get him to sit on there and have a tool at the same time, though the idea is that you actually just take this off, put the hands up, pop him into his seat, and then throw that in there. It looks like sort of a tractor hot rod. It's a very simple looking build, and it is a little bit out of perspective, as you can see here. He looks like he wants the drag race, but that's his prerogative, and I guess he can do so. Following from that, that was very easy, only a very small number of bricks. We had that knocked over in just a couple of minutes. But then we get to go along, and basically, so we had that, and looks like it's the start of a little cornfield, maybe. And we did have none other than the actual mouse himself. This farmhouse isn't too bad. I love the minifigure. I think it is super cool. The minifigures were my main reason for getting these. This is printed on here. The kids will be able to make this very easily. There is a small little mechanism here that you can roll up to get the cord up. I think this is a good addition to these sets because in the past you would literally have to tie things on. That is just balanced one on one stud, so don't think it was the fault of the building. It was just my clumsy hands getting in the way there. It's enough to look like a little farmhouse set, but I would like to see down the track a much larger farmhouse being made that you could really do a lot more with these figures. I think it is an attempt of Lego maybe to move builders away from the Duplo Disney sets and get them into something a little bit more substantial. But for now, that is what we did receive, and it is pretty neat. Last pieces of this set here were simply a horse, which is a good-looking horse, but I did ask the question during the live build, is this a Disney horse or is it just a horse? It isn't Mr. Ed, so we're not going to get an answer from him. And but he's a great-looking figure. I don't own a horse of this color, this tan color, so I don't know if that's the first time. It probably is not, but it's still pretty neat. Then you get the little hen house, and you can always ask the question, which came first, the chicken or the egg, because they're both there. Another little fence there. You get a sheep, and I thought the sheep was cool. Out of all my minifigures, and I do have a lot, I don't have a sheep, so that's my first sheep in my collection. And a wheelbarrow, because, you know, you've got to cart along an apple with a wheelbarrow. And last but not least, probably the pest that is eradicating these crops. You've got a little cute bunny there, but he does have a pitchfork, so you never know what will happen. Bricks that are left over in this set, guys, are simply the carrot, an extra topping for it, and a little piece of rope. So they do use all the bricks here. They don't give you a lot of leftovers. And all things said and done, it is a cute enough little set that I think ages 4 and up will get a real kick out of. If you're buying this thinking to yourself, oh, I really want to build this, and you're anywhere from 10 years and up, it's a waste of money. But if you're like me and you just wanted those figures, then it's totally worth it. Will I keep this out? No, no way. but I will keep these minifigures out because I think that they are super cool. So I hope you enjoy that review, guys. Stay on board because I'll show you how I made it. We'll speed it up to make it not too boring. But in the next time, if you haven't done so, please hit subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. In the meantime, though, stay tuned because this is part of a 3-part build, and I'll be uploading the other sets soon. Take care of yourselves, guys. Thanks. Bye. All right, folks, we are still building. That's just because I recorded that for YouTube for a different time. So thank you for sticking with me as I quickly ran the review through. Let me know what your thoughts are if you feel like it. But we'll just get these guys out of the way for now so as we can continue, because the next build that I've got is pretty cool. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. It's probably going to be very, very simple in the build as well. They all have been. But the thing that I am really looking forward to is just seeing what the minifigures do look like. But the next one's a little fire brigade, and there are a couple of extra figures. There's not just 2. And it was a little bit more expensive as a result. So just try to get these out of the way that we can continue without too much mess on the table there. All right. This is our next set that we're going to build, folks. So this should be good fun. I think it looks like a good set, and we can get straight into it. Like I just did, though, I will review it at the end. It does look as though we're going to be experiencing a lot of similarity to the farmhouse. Shame about the farmhouse. I think, like, I would love to see a big, fully realized set of that. But let's get straight into this one. You guys are going great. Thank you so much. I can see that people are taking the time to give them thumbs up to the stream, and it is highly appreciated, folks. So we're going to build this one now. I'm going to hit the build camera, and away we go. First things first, let's take a look at the actual box itself. Figures. This is really neat. Super cute. Glad Pluto. I'm just really stoked on these Disney figures. They are looking really, really cool. And they're a nice addition if you did collect the Disney set that did come out a while ago. Opening up the set to take a look. The brick count should be slightly higher this time around. Yep, just a little bit more there than last time, which is neat. And let's have a look here. Bag 2, bag 3. So once again, they have split up the instruction booklets. So it looks like this time we're going to be building the main thing first, and that will have Mickey in there too. And that minifigure looks amazing, so I'm super happy with that. Alrighty, these are some extra parts. We'll get them out now so as we can just use them as needed. And I'll have to fold that up. They do them up. Well, they fold them up when they put them in, and generally in the wrong direction. So you've got to flatten them out a little bit. There is a QR code there, though, if you do want to just use electronic instructions. Okay, so these to one side. And let's get building. And YouTube, I shall try to fix your camera a little bit. There we go. Okay, so one of the things I did note with a lot of these little kitty ones is that they don't overcomplicate it by having multiple bags, you know, bags in bags, which is welcome. Also, interestingly enough here, the Mickey headpiece, as you can see, it has the hat actually stuck on there. So there's no fiddling around for kids trying to get that hat on. He's already there and he's ready to fight fires. And we'll give him a little spray bottle that he can either do his hair or actually try to fight something. All right. But as I told you before, like, aren't these, they're super cute. I mean, that looks awesome. All right, so he's done. Good job, Mickey. And we've got a little fire for him to fight. Nice and easy to construct. Kids will know what it is. They'll say, Mum or Dad, why is this fire on a suction cap? Using this pre-done base, so they are keeping these quite small, guys. I mean, that's a bit of a shame, but it is how it is. Okay, so we've got rolling access here. We do get a small vehicle in this build. And this was one of the more expensive sets. Excuse me. So you'd expect there to be more in it, but like I said, you're paying a lot for the licensing. But in this case, I just really wanted the figures, and I wanted to be able to show them to you, and they're a bit cute. Will they stay on display? No, not at all. All right, so this area here is just a massive pre-done. So it's not as though, you know, you're really having much of a challenge to build that space. But one of the things too for kids is by doing this sort of large space like this, it can prove quite challenging to get these pieces on. So little fingers may have trouble. So parents, just make sure that you're with them for these larger pieces when they do go on. It certainly does look cute though. It's nice and shiny. Have any of you actually picked up any of these sets? I would love to know. If you have the chance, pop what you've got down in the comments below. There we are. Spinning it around. Oh, that's pretty neat. Then to help secure that piece there, go on here, and that goes over there. So that'll then be able to go up and down on it. And some beautiful bright colors. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I can see it dropping in and out, so I do appreciate you visiting. If you do have time, I'd love it if you could give me a thumbs up on YouTube, if you don't mind, or on Facebook. It's really encouraging. It lets me know you're there, even if you don't want to chat. I can see those things changing as I'm building. So it's looking pretty neat. I didn't pay too much attention at the start, maybe. Oh, no, I know what this is for. I was about to say, I don't know what this is for. Translucent blue. So it's official now.
Yep.
Wow. So the Star Wars gunship is now going to be a UCS set. And it does look pretty cool.
$3,200
Oh, jeepers. So I don't know why there's like this big starburst around. Is it because everything's catching fire, or because Mickey's doing a good job? Or is it because you did a good job? I really don't know. And I guess it's just a mystery that we're going to have to figure out at some other stage. But that is bag number 1 done of this set. Let's go on to bag number 2.
It's official. The trailer's out.
All right, let's get into it.
64 centimeters.
That's really cute. And she's got a little bow. These things I think are useless for kids. They're useless for me as a man-child. They do fit in quite sturdily, but in previous sets they just fall out so easily. But Minnie looks really cute. I do like that. And there she is. She's fighting fire as well. And then there's the pre-done building again. We're going to be making the little fire truck for her. This is cool. It's a printed plate for the car, as opposed to stickers that, you know, other people might have trouble with. Pascal, thank you so much for joining. Welcome back, my friend. This looks like a far neater build than the little tractor thing that we made for Donald in the previous build. Once again, though, I'm pretty sure I could see some of your brains clicking in overtime, knowing that you could build a far better fire truck than this. That's cute. I love the colours that are being used in this. So there you've got your fire ladder, windscreen. The wheels are already pre-done, so no fiddling around there for the kids. All right, so that's the vehicle done. Now we're just adding on a little bit of detail here to make another part of the fire station. Must be a little command center here that I haven't quite figured out. At least I get to have a drink. All right. It's those guys there. Just jog that camera up. All right, so bag 3. Flooding out the book again. Now, you guys might remember, but have we had a Pluto? Because that looks amazing. I'm very happy with the level of detail on that figure. It looks awesome. And also, we've got our old mate Goofy. So I'll just put him together. I like the details that are on here. He's got his like little chef's outfit going on. He's armed with 2 hot dogs. Has he accidentally started the fire? Probably. All right. Now the rest of this area is pretty straightforward because they're just, as you can see, there's not a lot of bricks, but this set wasn't the cheapest. I think it was about, oh goodness me, $60 or something like that, Australian. Maybe it wasn't. I know that one of them was more expensive. As I keep saying, I didn't really care. I just wanted the minifigures. Some nice little detail there. And yeah, we are sort of repeating what we've done before. There we are. Okay, so little binoculars on that one. There we go. And that's pretty cool. Just goes on there like that. Will this be his grill, maybe? I'm thinking so. It looks like, yeah, it looks like it's a barbecue. I would have probably put red down there to make it look like it was hotter. Put a bone in there for Pluto. And of course an extra sausage. And then he can go on here. So that's a nice little set. Just as something a bit casual. I like that. 2 extra bits left, or pieces left. So not too much wastage at all. Now, if we have a look here, you can see that these connect in and they just knock the whole thing to one side. So yeah, good luck 4-year-olds. But yeah, so then that comes on nice and neatly. This piece here also joins in. I like that. That was a neat little set. You know, for one of the more expensive sets, a little bit disappointing on the brick count, but otherwise not too bad at all. let's just give that a quick review, and then we can move on to the third and final set for this live building session, guys. You've done really well. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Okay. So here we go. Hey there, folks. Welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau, and I hope that this finds you well. Today, we're going to have a detailed look at the Lego Disney set 10776, Mickey and Friends Fire Station, and, of course, the fire truck. So, aimed at builders ages 4 and up, but me being 44 years older than that, I thought I'd have a crack at it and hope for the very best. Alrighty, so first things first, you will see that the printing on this box is really cute and engaging. I love the fact that it is done in this manner. It does look quite gorgeous. On the back here, it does show you how to build things and also what you'll get within the set. So, you know, I bought it for the minifigures, but if you're expecting a lot of bricks in there, don't, because there isn't. Okay, so let's get that to one side and have a look at the actual build itself. So three bags in there, and they were quite cute indeed. So we'll just put the camera down so as you can see everything too, and we'll go through this set together and get a better understanding of what you get for your money. So bag number one was simply this here with Mickey, and of course a fire. So some of the details were nice though. I mean, there was that release there for the firefighters to slide up and down. I don't know where from, because there's absolutely no thing above there that would let you know. I love the fact that the Mickey Mouse symbol is on there. It's on all of these sets so far that I've been able to make for you. And on the back, not very detailed, but this is all one piece as well. It may be difficult for your younger builders to pop that onto that plate, so maybe just hang around with them while they're doing that there. But that isn't a bad little build at all. I do love the detail on Mickey. I think he is a super, super cute minifigure, and I think that a lot of you will be delighted with that also. So if you are a minifigure collector, that is certainly a great way to go. He is really, really cool. All right, so bag two was, I'll just leave that fire to one side. Bag two was this little cutie here. Her bow does stick in to the top of the helmet, but just with like a spike. It is quite sturdy though, but I don't often say this, but if you're really accurate, and parents in particular, and putting a little bit of glue in there, I would actually glue that bow on, because kids are going to lose it and then they're going to wonder just where it was and what's going on. So then what we had there was just this simple little lookout station, cup of coffee or whatever you want to drink there. Pre-printed, very easy to build, but still does look quite striking. That is made to connect right there. So Mickey's all right with that bit there. Minnie did have a fire truck as well. Once again, a very simplistic build that you'd expect to see in an ages 4 and up set. Pre-painted front, which was good. No stickers there for parents to worry about or kids to freak out about. And just sits very well. It has a lot of play. It's very strong, and it should be fine. So for kids to be able to move it around, play with it, and not damage it too far. Or too much, I should say. I'm sorry. Third bag was Pluto and Goofy and a little bit more of the firehouse. So let's just connect that there. So you do have that sort of appearance going on, which is pretty cool. Fire truck, fire. Though I think that Goofy may have caused the fire with his little grill that he's got going on there. You'll see this in a second. It's pretty cool though. So the Goofy figure, he looks really sweet. The hat is on the head. It's not attached, you know, it is pre-molded. I do like that. And I do love the fact he's got his little spatula there and his grubby little apron, which is neat. Fire's flaming up. There is a box there with an extra bone in it for Pluto, and also an extra hot dog to be cooked. And last but not least, you've got this Pluto minifigure. And I think that it is nothing short of sensational. Beautifully realized, looks like Pluto. I'm extremely happy with this figure. all things said and done, I think that this represents pretty good value for money considering you're buying a licensed item, and Disney is probably one of the more expensive licenses out there. So that would certainly be worth getting your hands on whilst they are still available, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed the review. If you haven't already, please kindly do me the favor of clicking on the subscribe button, getting that bell for notifications, and giving us a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you watched today. This is the Amazing Brick Network, and I'm Tori, and I'll catch you later. Happy building. All right, guys, thank you so very much for your patience there. And we're on to the third and final set now. And this is the one that I am really keen. It may not have a lot of detail, but the minifigures were what had me sold from the very beginning. So that is just something that I'm really, really looking forward to. So let's get this up here so as you can see it. It is a fairly small set. So big fan here, and I'm really super keen to get this one made with you. All right. So this is the space set, and set 10774. And we'll get this recording going and we'll make it together, and then I'll give the final wrap up here. But thank you so much for sitting with us. We've been live streaming for over an hour now. You've been very patient. It is weird that, well, not weird, but, you know, don't forget, if you want to chat, you can. But if you've just got me on in the background, that's fine too. All right, guys, let's have a look inside the box. We'll get this build camera going. There we are. She looks pretty cute, Daisy there. Our intrepid explorers. I like it. Let's have a look inside the box. Always making sure that we're cutting away from our hands. Okay, so it is, for starters, a smaller set coming with only 2 booklets and some pre-done areas here, but we'll get straight into it, my friends. All right. Just going to lower that camera down a little bit that you can see the build. So let's have a look here. This was the one bit I was really, really keen for, to see Mickey realised as a space figure. It is really cool. Beautiful printing done on them. And I'm really, really happy to have that minifigure in a collection. They do have him posed within this particular booklet as holding a camera, so we'll have that happen too. There we go. On more adult sets, they probably have a clear piece to go over the top of that to show it off as a camera lens. Okay, so a little flag structure that we're making here. These guys here, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but when they get you to put stuff into these, it's always so difficult to remove it if you ever need to. But there we go. Then translucent green. We've got a grate. Not sure why we've got a grate in what I presume to be the spacecraft, but you know, I'm not an aeronautical engineer. All right. Thanks for joining us over there on YouTube. I hope that everyone's well. And thanks, guys, on Facebook. Remember, I can see you watching, but if you do want to be acknowledged, you need to click on through that I can actually see you there. There we are. Okay, I know what we're doing. We're doing the seats for both Mickey and Minnie, I guess. Unfortunately, they won't clamp on, though, because there's nowhere for their little legs to go, I don't think. That's pretty cool. And of course, when you're traveling through space, you need a hot dog. And a cup, but only one of you gets them. So if you're fighting for rations in space, make sure you sit in the right area. No, it doesn't look like Mickey gets it because they just want him to balance backwards in here. Pretty cute. Then this is the printed part. Of course, the mouse branding. The fins of the spacecraft. And the Technic pin just simply connects in here. Okay, that was right. It just seems weird that there's a spare one. I would have had flames coming off it too somehow, to be honest. Putting those over there. And you get yourself a cute little spaceship. Now, for the sake of this, I am going to remove Mickey. That's a sweet little set there. Good boy. You may have heard the dulcet tones of Star-Lord the cat. He's just saying hello to everyone. Let's move on to bag number 2. And this will contain the Minnie Mouse figure as well. And a little alien, which is pretty cool. Let's get Minnie done first. She's looking very, very sweet. I think these figures are just sensational, guys. Just her legs there, and she's got a metal detector. And of course the little alien. Quite a simple build, but a cute little print job on the face. There you go. Okay, so this is pretty neat. Put a gemstone in there and make sure you've got the right side. Yep, there we go. That's better. Then we can enclose it. Some nice little play features there. Filling in this area. There we go. Oh, that's neat. I thought we'd have to build that, so. Oh, that's cool. That goes on there, then goes over like that. Well, come here if you want a pat. My cat has just woken up, and when he wakes up, he goes through this thing where he just wants cuddles for a little bit. So he shall get those cuddles if he comes back over. There we are. Bless you. There we are. That's a cool little station there. In terms of building, it's very simplistic, but the end result, I do like this one. But I am a sucker for space stuff too, so this may actually stay out on display for a little bit. And I'm pretty sure I'll just pack the other ones away and leave the figures out. Now, bear in mind, if your kids make this, they'll want them out forever, and they do look cool. Just, you know, Lego, huh? Thought I'd missed something there, just a little bow. Putting these on once again, just for that Mickey Mouse feeling. A little station goes up there. The radar. This is a nice simplistic way of doing it. I like this. But it does a job. It allows that to spin. The kids will certainly have playability out of it. And that one was a nice and easy one, folks. So I hope you enjoyed watching that being built. I'll just quickly run through and do the review for it, and then we'll be done. So thank you so much for your patience. All right. get the box. There we are. Bring the camera up. You feel like you've heard this set a ton of times now, but can't be helped. Hello, Tim. Thank you so much for joining us, mate. We've actually built everything now. I'm just about to do the review, but thank you so much for joining us there on Facebook Live. Alrighty, let's get this review out of the way, guys, and you can get on to the rest of your evening. And I'll see how I go, but I'm thinking of doing a big live stream of all of the video beatboxes being opened up as well. So get ready for that one too. Hi there, guys. Tori here from the Amazing Brick Network. I hope that you're well. We're doing yet another Disney review. These sets have just come out. So it's a Lego Disney set 10774, Mickey and Minnie Mouse's Space Rocket. I love this set. This is probably the main reason I started buying these Disney sets, to get these guys in astronaut uniform. I do think they look sensational. This is a small build. It's not challenging. It's rated ages 4 and up. Let's have a quick look at the box. I have already done the build on a live stream, so we can look at those pieces as they go. But of course, if you do want to see it made, just wait to the end of the review. I do include the build video on there as well, so you won't miss out on a thing, except it'll be sped up and you won't hear my commentary on the way through. Okay, so not a lot in there, guys. Very simple build, but it was still fun. Get the rocket ship, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's got a little plate there that does show, you know, the Mickey Mouse branding. You can remove these, and this is where they sit. And don't forget, if you're going to go into space, take a coffee and a donut. A donut? No. If you're going to go into space, take a coffee and a hot dog. Thank you so much. The beauty of being able to edit afterwards. Gears and gauges are on there, so you can certainly take off and fly, and you can clamp that together, and the flames can rotate. I wish they'd built something a little bit bigger there to show it off a little bit more, but then for display purposes, it does stand upright, and it is pretty cool. Let's have a look at the minifigures. You've got Astronaut Mickey, and he does look super good. Got a camera there, but also under here, pretty cute print job on his astronaut uniform. I did love that a lot. I thought it was a really cool feature. On Minnie, you do have just a gorgeous little bow that's going in again with one of those rods into the head. And you may want to actually think about gluing that in if you've got younger people, because that will come loose pretty quickly. She's armed with a metal detector, but once again, awesome little astronaut uniform. And the thing I love is, yeah, even the mouse is on the back, so that is super cool. Then we've got the little control station for them. And of course, no control station would be perfect without a shabby little alien. The face was cool. I think that was a bit of a cop-out, just doing the little claws on the side. But he looks happy and, no pun intended, goofy enough, so that'll be neat. In here, you do have, if I can remove it again, you've got treasure in there, so you can't go wrong with that, space treasure. And I do think this set will give a lot of playtime for kids. The radar does rotate. You know, you can lift this up, get some more treasure. And of course, there's the control station for them to work at. So all things said and done, I think this is a beautifully presented little set. You're still paying a lot more than you would for this amount of bricks, purely because it is a licensed set. But I do think that the kids will have a lot of fun, and you add them together with the other Lego Disney sets that are out, and I think it means that they will just have an absolute ball putting all these together. This one came with only 2 bags of Lego and 2 booklets. The booklets look like this. So pretty straightforward there. And then you can pop it together. Will I keep this as a display set, even though, you know, it's for little kids? Yeah, I will. I think it does look really cute. I will have this out for a little while. So I hope that you enjoy the review. I would give this like a 7.5 out of 10. I think that the minifigures are worth the price of entry, but I am crazy about minifigures, so that's just my thing anyhow. I hope that you enjoy this. Hit that subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, and drop me a comment if you've bought this and you agree or you don't agree. Till next time, though, folks, happy building, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I've done the 3 sets that I was promising to do, so I'll close down the live feed for now, but always keep an eye out. I'll always be doing new stuff. We have lots of fun building together. We're halfway through doing the huge buildable Mickey and Minnie Mouse sets, so that'll be coming as well. But we also have a lot of creative 3-in-1. I've got so much Lego here to show you. It's going to be crazy fun. Thank you so much for watching. Facebook Live, guys, I am going to shut down the feed now. Thank you so much for watching, and good night. YouTube guys, thank you so much for hanging around for the whole thing. I'm pretty confident it was you guys that were there from the beginning. Have yourselves a great night, and thank you so much for viewing. See you later.